So here we go, everybody. Welcome to game day, and it's the big one as Town take on Plymouth Argyle. First versus third. It's a big clash in League One. Here at Portman Road, as you can see, I got very wet walking to the stadium. So yeah, hopefully the rest of the day will be fine. But I am buzzing about today. It's going to be a packed out Portman Road, great atmosphere. It's going to be a good game of football in League One. Hope you guys enjoy. As ever, I'm going to get the thoughts from the Coway Army. I want to go and get some grub. Speak to you in a bit.
Okay then, the team news has dropped. We've been waiting for this for a while, Steve. I'm joined by good old Steve, who's travelled all the way from Plymouth today. Town fan, of course. How was the trip, my friend?
Wet, long, miserable. I hope the rest of the day doesn't go like that. Yeah. That's what I'm hoping for, so.
I like it, mate. And yeah, it's going to be a great atmosphere. The team news has dropped, as I said.
Yep.
Your thoughts on it?
Can't say I'm quite surprised. I mean, Lungo's not in there. Broadhead's not playing. I think he's picked up a knock. Purser's on the bench. Looks like pretty much the same team that played Oxford. They all know each other, so that's good. Davis is playing, so that's nice to see. Pretty strong team. Bench is good. I think Hurst will probably get some minutes second half, hopefully, in the number 27 with Marcus Stewart here today.
Debut goal for him, do you reckon?
Well, I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe they'll bring him on early and he'll get a goal first half. But yeah, predictions-wise for the game, I don't know. I couldn't sleep last night. I kept dreaming about this bloody game.
Having a nightmare, maybe. I don't know.
Well, it was a little bit of a nightmare.
Yeah.
I've got a sneaky feeling it's going to be quite a high scorer, and I think it might be 3-2 to us. Which if it is, that's going to be a lovely trip home. Yeah. And hopefully we'll see Hurst get a goal, because I'd like to see, because they were after him all season. So getting him in now is good. So yeah, good team, good strong team. Know each other. Haven't seen Plymouth's team yet. Don't really care about their team, to be fair. But yeah, good squad, good team. Fingers crossed. Bring it on.
And get ready for a 0-0 after the 3-2 prediction. We'll see. Let's go.
Thanks for that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that feels very deflating. That will be the word we'll be using throughout this game day video, I'm sure. Me with Bloomers, 1-1 draw, my friend, in the end against Plymouth. Top of the league, Plymouth. Your thoughts, my friend?
Yeah, it's pretty gutting, isn't it? The first half was pretty non-eventful from either side. It was pretty attritional. Certainly didn't lose it in the first half. We certainly didn't gain anything in the first half either. Second half, we did all the hard work, got in front, fantastic goal from Wesley, but yeah, it's just one of those ones that really sting, because, I mean, I don't know what people are going to say after me, but we didn't do anything wrong after conceding. I know they had their chance with their absolute sitter they missed when it was at 0-0, but when we scored, after that, we literally did nothing wrong in my eyes. And
although there's times I felt, definitely in the first half, playing around from the back and Walton, there's a few little slippers.
Yeah, no, that's. I get that, and that's all credit to Plymouth. They were the best side I've seen at Portman Road this season. Yeah. They didn't let us play a normal passing game. They caused us to have the nerves, and with the big expectant capacity crowd not liking us piddling the ball around in the back, it's not a good atmosphere, and it's smart from Plymouth. And yeah, that was in the first half. But the second, they had their chance, and we had ours. Harness hit the bar. But I honestly don't think we did anything wrong after we scored. The goal, it wasn't even a chance. It wasn't even a half a chance from Mumba, and he had an absolute stinker of a game, and then he does that, and it's just like, when is that not gonna happen? It just feels so deflating. I've been here before in Sochi after the Charlton game, and not quite the same thing, but the same scoreline and a goal at the end to just cost us a win. It's just like, honestly, it's just. Yeah.
Do you think this team can? Once again, they didn't do anything wrong until they equalised.
Well, that's my opinion. You can have a different opinion. I don't mind, but
can this team, when it comes to the big games, can they really turn up?
Yeah, I don't. Again, that 0.15 xG chance doesn't happen, and we're sitting after a 1-0 win, and everyone's happy. It's such fine margins, and it's just not going for us. I don't get it. Poor old McKennan's probably sitting there tearing his hair out as well, because I don't understand why it keeps happening. It happened against Fleetwood, and it's happened again tonight, and it's just, I feel like it's just a bit of a freak.
Yeah,
the underlying stats indicate it's a freak, but it just does seem to happen every time. So maybe there is something in it. I don't know. But what I do think now is, I'm not so worried about the 7 points to Plymouth, although, yeah, I'm not on about looking at first place, to be honest. It's the 4 points to Sheffield Wednesday now in second. We're having played the same number of games, and okay, it's not a lot, but the trouble is it's now more than one win, and we're officially, from now, playing catch-up. And that's a position we haven't been in since the start of the season. So we'll find out if we're going to be any decent hunting rather than being the hunted. But all I know is that you can't keep dropping points from a winning position like that, because it's going to cost us the top two, and that's the bottom line, I think.
Nice one, man. Cheers. Coming up next, I'm joined by good old Jobster. Always plays with my friends. 1-1 draw today. Your thoughts?
Well, let's deal with the positives first, shall we? Good advert for League One.
Yep.
You know, that was two teams going, hammer and tong at each other. Fine margins, as Bloomers mentioned earlier in the pod. It was tight. It was great to see us take the lead, but again, at the end there, just to concede like we did. We've talked before, and Stu, Mark, and Hutchie have talked about it on the main pod as well. One of these teams out of us, Sheffield Wednesday and Plymouth, is going to end up in the playoffs. Yeah. I really hope it's not us, but it's looking, I'm starting to think it's probably going to be us. But it's still January, plenty of points still to play for. Plymouth could still drop points, Wednesday could still drop points, but it's a tough league. It's a tough league to get out of. There's no divine right to get out of. We were unfortunate again today.
I want to give a shout out to Bloomers, who mentioned behind us we've got 27. Of course, yes. Marcus Stewart was here. George Hurst made his debut with the number 27. Yeah. But yeah, good to see Marcus here.
Oh, it was absolutely brilliant. Marcus Stewart, he's my favourite player, from back when I was in the day. Absolutely Portman Road legend, really is. Enjoyed seeing him grace our pitch. The goal at Wembley, absolutely brilliant, Marcus. That was fantastic. And then, those goals in that Premier League, it was a travesty that guy never went and represented England. Got his England call up and went to the World Cup. But I'll keep that to myself and save that for another day. Yeah. But it was brilliant seeing Marcus here. Hopefully the first of many. Many times we'll see him back here.
Top man. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Okay, then I'm joined by good old George. Man, 1-1 draw, my friends. 1-0 up in the 90th minute. 3 points in the bag, and then no late equaliser. Your thoughts, my friend?
Deflation at the moment. Yeah. Just overall thoughts. It feels like a loss. I feel really like we've lost that, but it is what it is, unfortunately. But it was. To be honest, that was actually quite a good game. From a neutral point of view, that's quite a good game. But just so deflating, and that feels so. I know it's not season defining because we're in January, but it does. Out of two teams, 3 teams getting into the playoffs and all that. I think we know who might be dropping out from that. But, the game was really quite intense, really. I think it was a great support. Like 31,000, something like that today?
No, 29. We got it.
Oh, 29.
That's
but,
fine.
31,000 together, all that. Yeah. But no, it was a very intense game. I think both sides looked really good, to be honest. It could have ended 2-2, to be honest. We hit the bar, they hit the bar. I had a mini heart attack twice. Yeah. But then, the first half we just looked so sluggish, didn't we? Second balls weren't working. We were trying to. I thought Wolverton was going to bite Evans' head off at one point. I thought they were going to see a Bowyer and a Dyer fight on the pitch. I really was quite surprised. Thought, here we go. But we came out second half. We looked better. We got that goal. Beautiful goal by Burns.
Yeah, it was.
Absolutely beautiful. But then it happened. 92nd minute. Top bins. It is what it is, unfortunately. We now have to move on to the next game, which is going to be Oxford away. But that game just feels so deflating and season defining at the same time, and I don't like football at the moment. I really don't. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Cheers, man. Coming up next, I'm joined by 3 fine gentlemen in Bono, John, and Ben Diaf. And boys, I'm just going to let you hold the mic and share your thoughts, because why not? Go Bono. I'm just going to let them do it.
So boys, what do you think about that?
Honestly, Matt, a little bit gutted, but me, I come to Portman Road and we draw, so I'll take all responsibility for that.
Have you seen a win this season?
Yes, I have seen a win this season, Matthew.
What game was it?
Shush, let's not move on. Ask my question.
Let's talk about Plymouth.
Really good game of football.
Absolutely.
It hurts to say because we didn't win, but I thought Plymouth were actually very good. They stopped us playing. They strangled us in areas that we'd normally be able to be very effective, so like the Leif Davis, etc. going forward. So I don't think Mumba played a very good game in terms of attacking wise for Plymouth. That's usually his threat. Of course, he goes and gets the goal, which is an absolute sickener. But Leif is such an excellent player going forward for us. That was really where I think you could argue the game was won and lost because it was a draw, but where the game wasn't won for Town, I'd say down that left wing for us.
I also think that Plymouth probably shaped. They forced our shape more than any other team I've seen play against us this season.
1-1. Fair result if you're a neutral.
As a neutral, yeah. As a Town fan, 1-0 up at home against the top of the table. You're disappointed to only take a point.
You know what? To drop 2 points to a Barley Mumba, bless him, on loan from them up the A140, an absolute worldie at the end. Do they score tap-ins? I don't think they do they?
Fair play to them. They must be very well coached.
Absolutely.
For 25 yarders outside the box.
Mate,
And it's a slight deflection, I think, but still,
They
great
did
strike.
miss a sitter though, didn't they?
They did. Who
They
was
can't
that?
score from 5 yards, but they can score from 25 yards.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what though, the referee today, best ref we've seen at Fortress Portman Road this season. Strict game management, was fairly fair, evened it up with the good decisions, and yeah, awesome.
Nothing controversial. He let a few things go. What I didn't like, there's so many refs that we have are so pernickety, and then foul after foul after foul. The game generally kept moving. I know it helps with Plymouth, obviously, with no time wasting, really, until right near the end. But it was just a good game of football. It's just really crap that we ended up not winning it, I think.
Two good sides who, you know, ultimately they're at the top of the table, Plymouth, and we're third for a reason. So let's not be too down because nothing's won in January.
20 games left. Come on, Town.
Come on, you Blues!
I'm joined once again by good old Steve. Well done to John, Ben and Bono for their thoughts. But up next is Steve. Spoke to you before the game. You said goals were coming about. We got 2 goals today.
Didn't quite get it right, did I?
Nah, it's fine, it's fine. But your thoughts, my friend. I'm still deflated.
I kind of would have taken a point beforehand. I thought we would win, but we're not any further off. We've still got, 20 games left of the season. Wednesday won. It's disappointing. When you do a long drive and you come all the way down and then all the way up and then you don't see the 3 points, that's annoying. But why did it have to be Mumba?
Yeah,
Because he'd had a shocker up to that point.
He did.
When he did a really great bit of skill and put the ball out for a corner. That was fantastic. That went
Right in
down
front of
well.
me, that was, yeah.
And then he sticks one in off his arse or wherever he stuck it in off
Because
one.
he scored in the previous game, didn't he, against us at home park?
He did.
Yeah, because Whittaker
Whittaker
scored as well.
scored.
But he scored another cracker, and in a way, when that hit his foot, I thought this is in it, and they're top bins. And
Well, there was a lot of head in hands with us
Yeah.
because we were in with all the Fortuna Düsseldorf fans.
Yeah, of course.
So they were going bonkers with all their Fortuna chants. But disappointing, but we didn't lose. It's a point. We're the same distance we were away. And there's loads of games to go. So I'm sure I don't want the playoffs. I really don't want the
Me neither,
playoffs.
mate, me neither.
I don't think any of us want the
Lottery,
playoffs.
yeah.
But yeah, it was okay. It was kind of we played reasonably well. I thought Hurst stuck himself about, considering he's not played for us before. He
was
did quite a
offside
good
at
job.
the once. I was like, stay on side, boy.
Yeah, but he was putting himself in the right places,
yeah.
and they were picking him out. So, yeah, nice to see when Broadhead comes in and Lungo and see what. Maybe there's another signing.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Wait
Don't know.
and see.
Maybe that's a player who's played in green before.
Ooh, wait and see, ladies and
know.
gentlemen. Wait
Never
and
know.
see. But mate, safe journey. It's a
Yeah,
pleasure to have
thanks,
you
mate.
on, and I'll
Always
see you
good.
next time.
Yeah, see you at the next one.
Canucks, I'm joined by good old Matt Macon. Big up her game too, as always, my friend. Thoughts on that one?
It's frustrating, isn't it? It's a fair result, I think, over the 90. It was 2 good teams playing good football, but to be 1-0 up going into injury time and to concede a late equaliser again, and particularly for it to be Ballymumba from them lot up the road, you know, it smarts a bit. But, and I think Steve said it just now, we're not any further away from them. We're still only 4 points behind Wednesday. Unfortunately, Wycombe didn't do us a favour and sort of rolled over a bit, that's by the sound of things. But it's January the 15th. Is it the 15th or is it the 14th?
Well,
it's the middle of January. That's the important thing. It's the 14th.
Whenever you're watching this,
it's
it
the
could be any
14th.
day.
It's the 14th. I tell you what, I still haven't caught up from Christmas. All the days blurring into one. It's the middle of January, is what I'm trying to say, and nothing's won or lost in January. We need to sharpen up a bit with game management when we've got a slim margin of a lead. If we're going to try and defend the game out, which is what we tried to do from 80 minutes, we need to control the ball better. And we need to keep the ball because, and McKenna said it himself, when people have queried like passing it across the back and build-up play that we do rather than just launching it forward, is that if we've got the ball, they can't do anything with it. And that's what we need to do, but we didn't really do that, and that's what we saw. And obviously, they had a corner which, from in front of me in the Churchman's, didn't look like a corner. Obviously cleared it well, and you're thinking, that's the sort of thing, that's where we're going to get caught. And eventually we did, again, get caught out. by another good goal, in the same way that we conceded 2 good goals from Plymouth at home park when I was there in September. Just frustrating, really.
Okay, then I'm joined by good old Wazza. Deep breath, my friend.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Disappointed. Feel very flat after that. It's you can argue that a draw might have been a fair result, but when it comes in the manner of an equaliser in stoppage time, it really sucks the wind out of you, doesn't it? Fair play to Plymouth. Thought they, kept going till the end, didn't they? And they got their equaliser. But I think we've got to look at ourselves. We keep dropping points to these last-minute goals, and I know you can say that shots get deflected and you can't legislate for them, but we've got to be a bit mentally stronger, I guess. So I don't know, it really hurts, and I don't know what the club's really got to do about it. I don't know if we sit back too much when we go 1-up. It doesn't always feel like it, but whatever reason, these keep going against us, and we really need to address that. Hopefully these signings will get us over the line, but if we're setting Plymouth as a benchmark, and I guess you should be if they're top of the league, which, fair play, we've lost to them away and drawn to them at home. We're not making that benchmark, we're not reaching that bar. For whatever reason it may be, we've just got to hope, I guess, that Hurst and Broadhead and Luongo and everyone can be those reinforcements that we need. But right now it's tough. My immediate thought after coming out is that us done for automatics with Wednesday winning today? Are we going to have to settle for the playoffs? If we go into the playoffs, considering we seem to keep failing under a bit of pressure, are we cut out for those?
Yeah.
Big crowd. But hey, just got to keep going. Got to keep going. One thing I would like to say, Ross, is the scenes at half-time for Marcus Stewart were absolutely sensational. I'm sure I speak for everyone who records these with you and everyone on Kings of Anglia that we hope for all the best for Marcus and his family, and it was really lovely and touching to have him back at Portman Road. We go again next week.
Love that. Go next, I'm joined by good old Peachy. It's been a bumper game day, some great thoughts so far. It's now for Peachy's time to shine. Your thoughts on that one, my friend? It's deflating, isn't it?
Oh, it's right, kicking the male genitals. I think that's the polite way of putting it.
Balls. Just
yeah, kicking the balls. It really is. I think like a lot of the guys have said, a draw's a fair result, but in the manner it came in, it's a good goal. Let's be honest, but it would have to be him from them lot up the bloody road. Not all in all, we held our own. I mean, first half is pretty even. I'd say Plymouth were slightly neater. We've seen a bit rush on the ball. Second half, we had plenty of chances. I mean, they hit the bar just before we scored. Harnish had a good chance. Yeah. We took the lead. It's just, I don't want to come across negative. I just feel I get worried we keep giving late goals away. It's just getting a bit of a trend, which I'm sure the coaching staff are looking at, because was it last year we couldn't score from a set piece? Now look at us, we're scoring from every single bloody one nearly. But no, I think I was just chatting to Wazza off camera. He said it's 8 points we've dropped now from the 90th minute, which is a little bit frustrating. But it's mid-January.
Stat.
Yeah. Sorry. Well, yeah. Shout out to Wazza. So it's mid-January. It's the 14th because it's my mother's birthday. Happy birthday, Mum. If you watch him.
Wednesday, Fleetwood, something else, Charlton.
Yeah, sorry, Wazza off camera was saying Wednesday, Fleetwood, Charlton, and somebody else. Wednesday, yeah. We conceded late equalisers.
But we've still got half of January to go. We can hopefully get a couple more signings in. But one thing I will say, and on a positive note, is how good was having Portman Road full to capacity.
Yeah.
I mean, who would have thought 3 years ago people are struggling to get home tickets, let alone away tickets? It's brilliant. I think it's absolutely fantastic the way the club is at the minute. We just need to get it on the pitch, which we're getting there. And hopefully, fingers crossed, like I say, we've got plenty of the season to go. So up the town, let's have it.
Okay, finally I'm joined by good old Mike, my friend. 1-1 in the end. Thoughts?
Yeah, 1-1. Good, wasn't it?
It was good, yeah.
I got it. Mark's
not
had to
Mark,
catch. Mark's got to catch a bus apparently.
Bus to the championship.
He says he's got to say this: season won't be decided against Plymouth, but against Morecambe and Accrington at home.
Yeah, big games we've got to win, haven't we? At home.
If we don't win, then we don't deserve to go up.
That's a true statement from Mark there, though, to be fair.
Well, he should have been here to tell him himself. Really.
Yeah, but
I'm not
people
gonna
got
bother-
other
I'm not
commitments
go-
and stuff.
I'm not going to bother saying that. That's rubbish.
Okay, what you got to say then, mate?
I don't know. Actually, it reminded me back of when we was back in a championship, and we'd come up against, we were a pretty evenly matched team, and you on the you sort of like you can feel it in the atmosphere. It's like, oh, you know what I mean? It's tense and everything else, and then when you go 1-0 up, the huge relief. But like when we were in the championship, on the season we got relegated, we just couldn't hold on to that lead, and we ended up dropping points. Now, they've got a knack of scoring goals from really, really strange chances. You know what I mean? They've got this knack, and I would say that it's not sustainable. But Mark reminded me that Nottingham Forest got promoted out of the Championship by scoring goals from outside the box and stuff like that. So I don't know. They're probably the best team we've seen down here.
Yeah,
I
think so too. Yeah, and even at their place as well.
Is there a reason that we didn't perform the way that we normally play? And I think that's down to them. They stopped us from playing the way we wanted to play, which resulted in us playing like the Mick McCarthy way, which was hoof it down the field and bypass midfield. Yeah, we should have taken all the midfields off, took Sam Morsey off, put another striker on maybe. Lee Evans off, put another striker on.
Yeah.
I've seen that before, 4 strikers
Well,
up
the thing
front.
is, we're 1-0 up in the 90th minute, and you think, come on, boys.
No.
Hold on.
No.
Ipswich Town. Innit?
When the board went up for 11 minutes of added time, 9 was it?
9, yeah.
Somebody said 11 to me. I didn't see the board, to be honest.
I heard it.
Somebody said 11.
No.
9.
They probably thought, we'll get 11 because there'll be another stoppage at
You
some
know,
point.
don't you? You're like,
here we go.
We're not going to hold on for 9 minutes at the end. One chance.
And boom. Top bins. And had to be the Norwich Loney as well.
It was a bit. I don't care if it's a Norwich Loney.
Yeah, good shout.
He was rubbish though, wasn't he? That kid.
Yeah, one moment where he sort of did some skill and he went out for a corner.
I heard it was a deflected shot. But that's what they do, isn't it? Yeah. But like Mark says, I think, we've got to beat Morecambe. We've got a game in hand against Accrington because we're through to the 4th round.
Yeah.
So there's 2. That's 6. Should be 6 points, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
If not, then we need to start preparing for the playoffs because I don't want to be in a stage. I don't want to. I don't want this team to be in a state where it thinks it's going to be in the top 2 and then fails.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And because the finishing 3rd is a bit of a travesty. Oh no, it's not good. It's like season over.
Yeah. A lot of people were saying, was this season defining today? I don't think so. It's January. But what's your thoughts on that as we end game?
If we'd have won, it would have been season defining.
Yeah, right.
If we'd have lost, it would have been season defining.
But as it's a point.
But it's a point, isn't it? So I don't know. It's Sheffield Wednesday you keep grinding out results. So it's not like we're chasing just Plymouth, is it? I don't know. I think the way Sheffield Wednesday are going, they're probably going to end up top of the league.
Well, when they come to Port Road in February,
Plymouth are the team that we're going to have to catch. Maybe.
Possibly. But
I don't know.
Mate. Well,
how long do you want me to talk for?
That's it, really. Hope you've enjoyed game day, Mike. I'll let you outro it because you've been the main man again.
What? Main man?
Yeah. All right, we're going. Thanks again for watching game day. Bye bye for now.